Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces August 20th, 2022. Today's transits help you gain perspective on a matter. Exchanges are satisfying today, and you instinctively know how to relate to others, and you seek or attract people who stimulate your curiosity and mental abilities. Look to the past for projects or ideas you may have put on a shelf. As well, your senses are keen for business and practical matters. You might crave new things, or you can thoroughly enjoy taking care of and organizing prized collections and possessions. Bolder times lie ahead, but you need to settle in for now. You're the entire package, so don't sell yourself short. This is especially true with the moon, celestial ruler of your intimate 8th house of mergers, shared resources, and soulmate connections, glimmering through Gemini, and your stability-seeking 2nd house of value systems. Also, high expectations will only make things worse, so don't jump to conclusions. The moon will also square off with Venus via your romantic 5th house of love, passion, and pleasure, creating friction between your heart's desires and your current investments. Is the juice really worth the squeeze? You are worth it. Time to make a change regarding how you are valued and compensated for your work as the Sun in Leo trines Pluto retrograde in Gemini. The earthy trine can allow you to assume more power, which may help you ask for a raise, change your prices on your services, or even seek out a better paid opportunity. Taking a leap of faith may be supported by the additional sextile between Mercury retrograde in Virgo and Jupiter in Aries. Use the sextile to address how valuable your talents and skills are in your professional commitments. That the moon is not only spending the sun's last full day in your work sector in your income sector but at a friendly aspect is a win/win for income and money matters. This first visit since Pluto's retrograde turn puts the moon, income matters, and the untapped potential you now have better access to in harmony with the sun's focus on where you are going on the job front. Your family doesn't seem to be supporting you as much as usual. Instead, they are critical now and then. Don't go on the offensive, but listen carefully to what they are saying. Who knows, their objections may be justified. It's better to discuss this with friends, as they see matters more objectively. You need to be patient with that one prospect. If they're slow making up their mind, that also means they'll stick with you if they decide you're the right one. Let things slide for a little while. Being tested, you seek proof as to whether the decisions you made regarding your love life are correct. It's possible others make you aware of having made a mistake. This is a good time to reevaluate your situation. Remain calm, be optimistic about the future and let events unfold. Better times are on the way. The transit of the day makes you notice your successes more than your failures, and that's a great thing. Revel in all the things you do well that don't necessarily get noticed or praised by other people. You can affect your self-esteem just by letting in a bit of praise from your own internal voice. Congratulate yourself for getting in some yoga, for making a healthy meal, for communicating honestly with a friend. These are the things that create a healthy life. Today is the day to get new and innovative things happening. Yours is a compassionate life path personality, and this isn't always easy for you. It brings a greater responsibility when it comes to helping others. However, by allowing your natural creativity to flow freely, you can't help but introduce better ways of doing things. With the day's vibration happening, you are encouraged to start something new. Go for it. Don't let shyness or a fear of rejection or failure hold you back. Our eyes in the sky. We're all likely to wake up feeling intuitively sharper and maybe even more creative than usual. But there could be a heavy emotional shift when the moon conjoins Pluto, and we'll have to take care not to overreact to any overpowering feelings. The psychic embellishments from earlier will remain very prominent, but you'll have to be cautious not to let them affect you too much. Avoid having arguments centered around any jealousy you may feel. It could make someone feel unjustly guilty or intimidated. Also be very aware of any negative self-talk, because it could also lead to desperate actions you later come to regret. There could be power struggles or issues with others who want to dominate us. If you feel like someone is pushing you to make a decision you aren't ready to make, take a step back and reassert your boundaries. You don't have to rush through your emotions to satisfy someone else's whims. Any negative energy that's been hovering around you could hit twice as hard when the moon sextiles Neptune tonight. The energy could affect your sleep and make you feel exhausted. In the morning, the moon squares Chiron in Aries, forcing us to confront repressed anxieties. We are emotionally stoic under the Gemini moon, preferring to avoid conflict by busying ourselves with duties and responsibilities. There's a battle waging here between our inner elder and our inner child. We may be attempting to emulate the style of an older person in our youth who dismissed our creativity. And now, we are acting as the same gatekeeper for our wounded psyche. The best way to navigate these energies is to begin talking to ourselves in a new way, thereby acting as our protector instead of our worst critic. Following this, the Leo Sun trines Pluto in Gemini, helping us to tap our magic and personify self-esteem. By firmly standing our ground and advocating for our principles, we become authority figures in our own right. Subsequently, others treat us differently, affirming that we have all that we need within ourselves to embrace our agency. Relationships with superiors, bosses, and those in institutions should be farewell at this time. People in positions of power acknowledge our tenacity and dedication to excellence, helping us to rise further on the hierarchical totem pole. The cosmic weather is quiet today until afternoon, when the moon opposes Mercury in Virgo, provoking irrational thought. We are especially sensitive as the moon transits Pisces. Certain ideas make sense to us on a conceptual level that we have trouble expressing logically. But that won't stop us from trying. The problem is that when we attempt to communicate our sentiments, we polarize our feeling state and our intellect. This can lead to unease, confusion, or analysis paralysis, as we mix up facts and potential fiction. Our interactions with others get scrambled. We become frustrated that our conversation partner doesn't get what we're trying to say. We will be much better off processing our thoughts through a creative medium now. By sharing our feelings through music or writing, our ideas remain open to interpretation. Others can then connect with us emotionally by bearing witness instead of sharing a reciprocal dialogue. In the evening, the moon sextiles Uranus in Taurus, stimulating surprises. Too much weight today has been placed on trying to rationalize our circumstances. At this time, something happens to shock us out of this expectation. We realize that we have been taking things too seriously, that life is baffling, and that we should enjoy the ride. Our intuition and instincts harmonize. We come to sudden realizations that reshape how we relate with others. We could also learn new information, receive unexpected news, or experience a synchronicity that bears special significance. The stress of the day rolls off our backs as we throw up our hands and submit to the universe's grand plan.